What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to Tuesday evening's Anfield Agenda News Roundup, where I'm going to keep you right up to date with where we are with all things surrounding Liverpool Football Club. We'll be talking about a retro classic making its way back to life. We'll be discussing Dominik Szoboszlai's contract situation. We'll have some words from Alexis McAllister's father and some thoughts from Wayne Rooney on Arne Slot. That and lots more to come over the next few minutes. But as always, I hope to see you back here tonight at 8:45, where I'll be here for the late night agenda, taking you right through all of these stories and more. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit that like button. And of course, I'd love to know your thoughts in the comment section. Right, let's get straight into it with that retro classic coming back to life. Anfield sector posted, crediting footy headlines, to say Adidas is releasing a remake of the Liverpool 1995-1996 away collection, featuring the iconic green and white quartered shirt and matching off-pitch gear with original Carlsberg sponsor. Now, ladies and gentlemen, of all the excitement I've felt since Adidas have been back with Liverpool Football Club, this is the peak. This, to me, is the greatest football shirt Liverpool Football Club have ever had. It's my personal favourite, and I cannot wait to see the whole kit around it and everything that comes with it. So as soon as that is available, we will be letting you know, but do keep an eye out for it, and any images that we get, we will of course bring to you. Right, a reminder about Liverpool's place safely in the last 16 of this season's Champions League, but with the playoffs taking part over the next couple of days, we thought we'd remind you exactly where Liverpool are and who our opponents could be. So Galatasaray or Juventus, Club Brugge or Atletico Madrid. Liverpool will play one of those teams. The two-leg last 16 ties are scheduled to be played March 10th and 11th and March 17th and 18th. Liverpool, as a seeded qualifier, will host the second leg at Anfield in principle, and the round of 16 draw will take place on February the 27th, where we will know which one of those four teams, well, it'll be down to two teams at that point, that the Reds will play. So it's looking like if the favourites went through, it's either going to be Juventus or Atletico Madrid. But of course, Club Brugge and Galatasaray will have something to say about that. So, Ismail Mahmoud said for Win All Sports, Alexis McAllister's father, on the links to Manchester United, said this: Alexis is only focused on Liverpool right now. We're waiting for a contract renewal offer. We'll see what the club's plan is. And I think those links to Manchester United and the Dominik Szoboszlai links, I'd be surprised if we don't see some Ryan Gravenberch links soon. They are all probably contract negotiation starting points, let's say. This always happens when players are coming up for contract renewals. Now, I'm not saying there's any shithousing going on, but it's a good sign to me that they're awaiting a contract offer renewal. And the same for Dominik Szoboszlai. We'll come on to talk about some word from his agent in a little bit, but it is good news that at least we know that they're waiting for these communications from Liverpool Football Club. Dominik Szoboszlai, Ryan Gravenberch, Alexis McAllister will all have 2 years to run at the end of this season. So, Peter O'Rourke has said this: Liverpool are prepared to facilitate a move for Nottingham Forest centre-back Murillo to help strengthen their defensive options. They go on to say the defender is valued at about £50 million, but Nottingham Forest may have to settle for less if they're relegated, as the player himself is adamant that he does not see himself as a championship player. I don't really blame him, to be fair. I mean, he is a top-class defender, and going down to the championship probably isn't something that he'd want to be doing. But I often battle with these things because the team didn't relegate itself. The players are the ones that, didn't put in the performances or not. So let's wait and see what happens with the remainder of the campaign. We know it's West Ham, Nottingham Forest, Leeds, and probably Spurs all battling to stay up. Right, so Wayne Rooney, as I mentioned at the start of the video, he's been speaking a little bit about Arne Slot, and this is what he's had to say. I've met him a few times, seems a nice fella, but I just don't think for Liverpool he's got that aura about him. And maybe that's because you've just come off the back of Jurgen Klopp, and it's going to be a bit difficult for anyone to have that. I understand where Wayne Rooney's coming from here. I also understand the Jurgen Klopp comparison, because nobody's going to come in and out-aura, if that's even a phrase, Jurgen Klopp. But I still feel there's a point to what Rooney's saying about the lack of aura from the manager. Let me know your thoughts in the comments on this one. So, Dominik Szoboszlai, we said we'd give you some words from his agent on rumours of other clubs and potentially Real Madrid as well. This is what Dom's agent has had to say. It's completely normal for the public, when Dominik is performing like this, to talk about what's next and if there's something higher. For us, it's not a topic. We're mid-season. He has a lot of work ahead of him in the Premier League, the FA Cup and the Champions League. He said many times how important this competition is for him. So in the summer, let's talk about what will happen, in my opinion, is not correct. Not to mention, Liverpool are one of the biggest clubs in the world, and Dominik is in a position within the team that has a lot of reserve, so we're not looking outside or elsewhere. That last line, we're not looking outside or elsewhere, is one that fills me full of hope, because of course we know Dominik Szoboszlai is absolutely tearing it up this season. We've talked about him as a potential Liverpool captain in the future. So right now we don't want to hear talk of Dominik Szoboszlai and Real Madrid. And to be fair to Madrid, I've not really seen much come out from their side, but you know, Dominik Szoboszlai's national team manager coming out and talking about his dreams of going and playing for Real Madrid someday certainly aren't ones that have filled many of us Liverpool fans with positive vibes. Let's just put it that way. So, this here from Team Talk, they say, Liverpool see Michael Olise as the closest thing to a perfect Mohamed Salah replacement. Now, we've had many talks on the late night agendas recently about the situation with Mohamed Salah, who will potentially come in. We run through a list of 5 players last night for you, including Michael Olise, Bradley Barcola, Desiree Doué, Nico Williams was on the list as well, and of course Yan Diamonde. Now, of that, it's always been pretty clear to me that Liverpool fans, myself included, would look at Michael Olise as the dream. This piece here said, however, Bayern Munich have zero intention of selling the former Palace winger and are even preparing new contract talks despite his deal running until 2029. Olise himself is in no rush to return to the Premier League, and Liverpool are also tracking Yan Diamonde, Nico Williams and the other players that I've spoken about. Manchester City, Chelsea, Arsenal, Real Madrid and Barcelona are all interested in Olise, but any deal would likely exceed €100 million. Now, that is understandable, and the thing that I always want to remind people of is, I know it sounds like Olise has been around for ages, but when Mohamed Salah's contract is up in 2027, now of course we don't know what happens with Mo this summer, if he'll stay or if he'll move on. But if he stays till his contract is up, Michael Olise will still only be 25 years of age at that point, still right in his prime, and perfect time then to come into a club like Liverpool. He will have had time in the Premier League. He will, of course, gone over to Bayern Munich, won the Bundesliga, gone to the World Cup with France, played in the Euros and done very well in the Champions League as well. So, hopefully, there is something to this one moving forward. He would be my number one dream target. Maybe you guys think somebody else would be a better fit. If you do, let me know in the comments. Second on that list for me will probably be Desiree Doué, because I don't know all that much about Yan Diamonde. But again, your help on that one, very much appreciated. Maybe you've watched a little bit more of RB Leipzig than I have. It wouldn't be hard in all honesty. I haven't watched that much of them this season at all. So that is pretty much it for me for now, ladies and gents. But a reminder, we'll be back here tonight for the late night agenda. If you haven't entered a giveaway, it's still time to do so. We are giving away a signed Jurgen Klopp frame shirt completely free. All you have to do is scan the QR code on the screen or use the link in the description to join the WhatsApp, where you will see the link there. You can also get yourself 20% off absolutely anything at thecollectorscorner.co.uk simply by using the code in the bottom corner there, Anfield Agenda 1. That's it from me for now, my friends. We'll talk to you soon. Much love. Bye-bye.